السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. معكم المعلق أخوكم حسام الصائغ، وبجواري
علي بن محفوظ.
أهلا فيك أخوي علي.
حبيبي الله يحييك.
معانا اليوم طبعا تغطية جديدة ليوم جديد. اليوم يوم النهائيات لألعاب المغامرة الخطيرة. إيش اليوم عندنا التغطية يا علي؟
السكيت بورد.
أول تغطية عندنا اليوم هي للسكيت بورد،
لوحة تزلج. عندنا الفاينل النهائي. طبعا بالأمس كان عندنا التصفيات، واليوم إن شاء الله النهائي سكيت بورد. طبعا عندنا الأبطال المشاركين من جميع أنحاء العالم، و من 12 لاعب تم التصفية لتقريبا 8 لاعبين. و راح يشاركون في هذا المضمار زي ما انتم شايفين.
طبعا نحب نذكر المشاهدين احنا في فعالية من ضمن فعاليات موسم الشرقية. عندنا 8 لاعبين لليوم. كل لاعب عنده جولتين، كل جولة عبارة عن 60 ثانية. أحسن جولة من ناحية النقاط هي اللي تنحسب.
خلينا نذكرهم برضو أن عندنا جولتين لكل لاعب من 60 ثانية برضو.
صحيح. طبعا الحكام بيحكموا على أساس صعوبة الحركات، على الأوريجيناليتي أو أصلية الحركات والأسلوب في الأداء
والقفز العالي.
طبعا والقفز العالي، وكمان عندنا الكنترول، التحكم في لوحة تزلج. طبعا يا جماعة هذول أو آخر 8 لاعبين معانا أو متنافسين معانا لليوم من أصل 70 متنافس كانوا في تصفيات لمدة شهرين، والآن هم معانا
skating
في
out
أرض.
there from our skateboard professionals. Anything you're always at the park right before you're coming over here sweating because you've been skating and filming with all the skaters and all your homies out there. What's the vibe right now?
I am sweating because I was skating until now. But yeah, everyone's killing it. It's way better than yesterday. It was difficult to even imagine how much better the level is going to be because it was really good yesterday. But today's all new level, really crazy. But let's talk about the judges.
So obviously we have the biggest professionals. We have some incredibly experienced judges to get that format down and make sure that those points are awarded perfectly. Let's take a look and see right now. Those are on top of the tower.
We got some of the best judges in the world. We got Alexis Josion coming from France, one of the best European OG professional skateboarders that ever been there. Willie Santos from the United States, one of the most known skateboarders in the history. And Marko Jasbinsek from Slovenia.
So world-class judges out there. It's a real difficult sport to be putting everything down there and make sure that you have it to a T, that everything is checked off. You know that that top rider is in place. We'll hear in the live stream whether you are on board with that. I know you're a very vocal person about your opinions on that, which is super nice to have, but it is all going to be down to those judges right there. They've been doing justice through the FEE series in the past, and as well yesterday had an incredible run through for the qualification. Before we get to showing you the replay, you guys are going to be able to have a rider introduction right after that, but let's go to the replay of the winning run from yesterday's qualification for the skateboard street out here at the FEE's Battle of the Champions.
Okay, we're looking at the best round from yesterday. Benji Garcia is in the park. Did a gap to back tail on the bump to ledge. Turned around, coming back for the Euro gap. Did a perfect tray flip up the Euro gap. Then a little no comply to turn around, taking some strong pushes, going back. Hitting the bump to bar with a front blunt. You see how he ollies out of the front blunt. I really like that style Benji is skating. Half cap 50-50 down the metal hubba. Then a big spin disaster revert in the quarter pipe. And coming back for the A-frame with an ollie late shove. That is a difficult move. Whoever skates knows this is very risky moves. And then it came down to the last trick. Almost on the buzzer, Benji was going for the hubba, did a tray flip, 50-50, perfectly executed. And there's 2 seconds right on the buzzer with his perfect backside big spin. That's what you gotta do to actually hit the high scores. He hit a low 80s.
Welcome to the Battle of Champions, Saudi Arabia. This is the professional skateboard final. These are your top 8 qualifiers for the final. We're going to bring in the first skater from the United States of America, Mr. Manny Santiago. Make some noise. Next skater in, also from the United States of America, Dave Paczynski. Make some noise. Next skater in, from Great Britain, George Boole. Come on, crowd, give it up. Next skater from Argentina, Matias Del Olio. Coming out of Slovakia, we have Richard Tori. From France, we have Joseph Garbaggio. From the United States of America, we have Keisha Johnson. And last but not least, our top qualifier from yesterday, from France, Benjamin Garcia.
There you guys have it. Those are your top 8 going into the finals right now. What are some big names you are looking forward to see in the finals, Thomas?
I mean, besides of looking forward to see everyone, I'm just going to name a few. Of course, Manny Santiago, Dave Paczynski, Matias Del Olio, and for sure, Richo. We got to say, Richard Ture, our defending champion of the overall 2018 FIS World Series. Then, of course, qualifying top 3 yesterday, Joseph Garbaggio, Keisha Johnson, Benji Garcia. Anyone can take it. It's an open contest today for everyone out there. We're looking at some high 80s. Maybe we're going to hit the 90s today, because this is... If the runs are going to go down the way I saw them practicing, it's just going to be a crazy contest, and that's what we're looking at.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward as well to watch Keisha Johnson. Was watching him skate some of the up rails as well, like Smith, I believe, up the up rail on that kink. It's just incredible watching that guy perform out there. Always a highlight for me, but as well, Willie Santos. And here we go. Things are going to start off big right now. Just making it through the cut.
Couple seconds away from the first rider that will be dropping in, and that's going to be Manny Santiago, my good friend, coming from Los Angeles, California. We're waiting for the timer to pop up, and as soon as Manny does the first trick, the clock's going to start. And it's going to be an impossible lip slide down the square rail on the side of the park. Coming back for the hubba. Getting a kickflip crux. He missed it yesterday. Perfectly done this time. 45 seconds to go for Manny. Doing a kickflip across the A-frame gap.
Are the conditions any different today than
way
out
better
there for yesterday?
They're way better. Oh! Big heel board slide. What a big move. He's one of the few people in the world who can heel flip so well, and he takes the advantage, and he just does them everywhere. Kickflip frontside 50 on the bump to bar. Then a front shaft backside 5-0. This is a whole different Manny to what we saw yesterday. He was just taking it easy, trying to make the cut. But today, he knows this is what matters. 12 seconds to go. So far, a perfect run. Frontside nose grind on the A-frame rail. 5 seconds to go, time for the last trick. And that's gonna be time right there with a frontside shove it, backside 50-50. Wow, what a run.
Wow, great run there from the LA local.
I really like when the first run of the day is this good, because the scale is gonna be so high. As I said, I was hoping we're gonna see some 90s today. This is basically a guarantee of us seeing the scores in the lower 90s, at least, because this has to be a higher 80. It's like all the tricks there were best tricks.
You know what really gets him? He's on a completely different skating level than he was yesterday.
And you see, he doesn't have to skate fast because his tricks are so difficult that he can slow down. The difficulty replaces the speed. So you saw like the judges are judging by amplitude, speed, difficulty of the tricks, exploration of the park. He has so much difficulty in the tricks that even if he didn't skate fast or didn't skate the entire park, his score would have to be high.
So we're waiting for the scores to come in
them a while.
from the judges right there. They're wanting to make sure that they set the bar at an appropriate level. It's something that's really difficult out there in contests. And there you go, high 80s. First score out of the deck, an 87.7.
Damn, that is really exciting to me, man. This is gonna be insane today.
This is gonna be a good contest. You know, that's the chance where you're like, okay, well, I know that I'm dropping in first. I'm either going to have to put everything that I have in it right now, or am I doing a safety? Nah, let's just go for broke right out of the gate.
Nah, they go for broke, for sure. And you know what? What this means? First round of the day. 7 riders to go. Everyone gets mad now. They're like, this guy just kept 87.7. I got to do better. So it's only gonna get better from here. It's crazy. Frontside 5. Dave Baczynski is in the park with a frontside 5-0 down the big hubba. Frontside kickflip in the quarter pipe on the other side of the park. Then a frontside 5-0 to switch crooks, holding on.
Holding on.
Switch blunt to fakie. Going over the A-frame, doing a nose blunt in the big quarter pipe. And another nose blunt on the A-frame rail. 30 seconds to go for Dave. Frontside kickflip disaster. He pops the frontside flip so high. Oh, really missing a front 270 lip. See, he's stepping it up. I didn't see him practice that trick in the practice today. So seeing Manny do so well, he obviously had to step it up.
Needs to get something more in his bag right there.
That was a full cab heel attempt over the hip. 8 seconds to go. And a front blunt kickflip, not putting it together this time. It was a good start to the run. Unfortunately, couldn't hold it and put it together.
We talk quite a bit, actually, about having more and more very influential top professionals in each of these sports disciplines. What is it doing for, let's say, the confidence level of other competitors, of the other skaters, while having Manny Santiago come out here for the first time ever to a FIS?
That's difficult to say. What it does to me when I compete is I am excited. I want to do better. I want to top up myself. You know? I just want to perform better. I want to show I got it. I can't speak for them, but I'm going to say everyone out there is a very experienced competitive skateboarder.
Yes.
So all these dudes know what to do and when to do it. And this is the time. Manny hit 87.7 with the first round. So they're looking for the 90+ score. They would have to do crazy tricks. We're going to see a lot of bails probably because this basically means I got to do my best of the best if I want to touch that money.
So the score was coming in there from Dave Baczynski's last run. Right now on deck, George Boole.
Our friend George, he's been coming to the FIS World Tour for how many years? Probably like 7.
Ages. And
so
I think this is because of his, as well, French background. He is skating for the Great Britain.
He's been growing up with us. Let's talk about the tricks. Backside nose blunt in the quarter pipe. Frontside 180 over the gap. George got 40 seconds to go. Back 180 nose grind on the A-frame rail. Perfectly done. Little 50-50 stall to turn around, coming for the A-frame rail. Back 270, lip 270 out. I wonder if that was meant to be there, because that's really difficult to spin 270 in and spin 270 out. Backside 50-50 down the hubba. 17 seconds to go. So far 1 slam, that's not too bad. Still add up some tricks to get some good scores. Nollie front feeble, not putting it together. And that's probably gonna be time for George. He's gonna wait for his second round.
He's a bit upset with that one, you can see.
He's got time.
come a long way, but it is the Battle of the Champions. This isn't part of the traditional FIS World Series. If you guys are used to tuning in with Thomas and myself on that skate contest, it's of course the World Action Sports Festival known as the FIS World Series. This today is the finals for the FIS Battle of the Champions, Al-Asa Oasis, Saudi Arabia. This is just an invitation-only contest for BMX, flatland, BMX park, skateboard, street, inline park, wakeboard, and parkour. We've invited the top 12 athletes in each of those 6 disciplines, invited them to come out here with us to Saudi Arabia. The first time that some of these people, some of the locals, have ever witnessed action sports at all. And we've pushed it now to a final, this 8-man final.
Not only some, I'm gonna say most.
Yes.
Most of the people I have spoken to yesterday have never seen a professional skateboarder, a BMX rider, inline skater. They have never seen action sports in their life. This is so amazing to be here in Saudi Arabia. I'm hoping we're gonna come every year because I really enjoy this. Let's get to the park. Matthias is in the park, 40 seconds to go. It seems like the A-frame back to 7 and lip is difficult for the riders. There's been a couple of riders missing their tricks on the A-frame today. Matthias got 30 seconds to go. Nollie no slide down the hubba. Turning around, my good friend coming from Argentina, Mar del Plata. Nollie back to 70 heel flip over the hip. I like to see spins and flips in their runs. Makes me happy to watch. 12 seconds to go for Matthias. Missing a half cap, no slide, nollie heel down the metal hubba in the middle of the park. And that's probably gonna be time. Mandatory flat ground trick. There we go. With a nollie tray to close it up. So far, see, these riders are going all in. As I said, we would have to see them land their best tricks like Matthias is doing. This is not an easy trick. I mean, this was an easier version of the one he tried towards the end, and it's still a difficult trick. These guys are just going all in. They know. They know
the bar is set high, and this is the finals.
They got nothing to lose. Everyone's winning money, but you want to stack up tricks and get more money. You want to go back home with the $10,000 prize money for the first place. We're waiting for the scores from Matias Del Olio. And next rider up is going to be our current leader, Manny Santiago. We're going to go back to the top of the order in just a couple seconds after the scores are in. And score is in with a 57.53. So our current standings would be Manny Santiago, 87.7, followed by Dave Baczynski, 72.7, George Boole with a 66.3, and 4th place so far, Matias Del Olio with a 57.53. But let's get back to the park. Manny Santiago waiting for his round to start. Waiting for the judges to give him thumbs up.
So you guys are wondering why we've only seen 4 riders go. Of course, it's just Heat 1 does their first run and then pushes into their second run before Heat 2 starts. That's why we see the second run going of Manny Santiago.
Manny is in. Time starting right now with an impossible lip slide. He just makes it look so easy. Just makes me want to go there and try it. Kickflip crooks down the hubba. So far the same start as the first round. Getting some strong pushes going to the A-frame. Kickflip across the A-frame gap. Turning around, going for the rail. And a big heel board slide. How beautiful he makes that trick. It is just crazy to watch. Backside 50-50 in the quarter pipe. Back with a kickflip frontside 50-50 on the bump to ledge or bar. It's just a wide hubba. Front shaft backside 5-0. On the way down. Coming up, 16 seconds to go for Manny. Time for 2 last tricks. Go hit the rail. Setting up for a heel flip. Oh, missing a heel flip front board. And that is gonna be time for Manny Santiago right there. Again, a really good run.
Yeah, stellar run again, but I do believe he's going to be sitting still with his first run score.
He's gonna stick with the 87.7. But I'm just gonna say it right here, his second score would still be the best score out of all the skaters. He'd still be sitting in the top with this score. That's just so beautiful to watch that big spin heel board slide.
Have you been talking to him at all before the event? Do you know if his focus has kind of changed? I mean, we have seen a rider come from the absolute last chance qualifying position to now sitting on top, and I'm assuming going to be sitting on top for quite a while or rivaling at least the top 3 positions. I wonder what's going on in his head, how he's feeling on the course, or what the differences is.
He said he feels different. He slept well, and as soon as I got to the park, Manny said he feels different than yesterday. It just, the time difference, the travel time, your legs get jelly. It's really difficult to perform.
Yes.
A day, 2, or even 3 after you get somewhere.
Yeah, that's a lot of the times what happens, that maybe our viewers don't actually understand how difficult it is to compete in these faraway places. Yeah. It's not just mental, it's the physical about doing the travel, which is so difficult. Food changes, water, hotels, time, air. We're in the desert.
Yeah.
It's dry.
They never skate in the desert.
Yeah, everyone's nose and eyes are super dry, and we have to get drops and stuff for it. It's a very difficult condition, but Dave Baczynski right here having a little bit of difficulty in his second run, getting back on the gas though right now.
Just missed the 5-0 switch crooks as you guys saw, but coming back, did the nose blunt in the quarter pipe, followed by the nose blunt on the A-frame. Frontside flip disaster in the quarter pipes. So far, so good. And missing the front 270 lip, it seems to not work that well for Dave today. And both of these riders have been skating contests for 20+ years. Very skilled, very experienced. So it's not that Dave wouldn't be able to do these tricks, but it's just sometimes it doesn't work. You see the little differences what the skateboard does. If you want to flip the board, it's just extremely difficult. Sometimes it's windy out there. We're in the desert. Sometimes the wind hits. It's a hit or miss. So yeah, Dave's probably gonna stick to the first score. That was the 72.7, which currently is good enough for second place. Looking at a couple of replays with the frontside 5-0 down the big hubba. And that nose blunt on the A-frame rail. And the frontside flip disaster. And then the front blunt kick flip, just beautifully done to end his run. 2 slams, and besides of that, a really nice and beautiful run. The next rider up is gonna be our French-English man, George Boole. Dave's score is in, 68.13. Just as I said, he's gonna stick to the score of his first run.
Just get in position, George, because I'm going to be calling you shortly.
Okay, we got George waiting for the judges to get set up, for the cameraman to point the cameras at him, and as soon as George drops in and hits the first obstacle, the 60 seconds are going to start.
George had some upsets in his first run. He definitely didn't walk away from that one. Excited. Let's see if he can put it together in his second attempt here.
Full speed, frontside Smith grind on the up rail, then turning around, going down the hubba with a nollie backside 50-50. Setting up for this backside nose blunt in the quarter pipe. I have never seen him miss that trick. Front 180 over the A-frame gap. Coming back for the back 180 nose grind. Oh no! Barely missing that. 34 seconds to go, still plenty of time for George. Taking some strong pushes, coming back for the A-frame rail. And the back 270 lip seems not to work today. He was going through some injuries yesterday. You remember where he didn't start at the time when he was supposed to start, and he started at the end in the last heat. So George has been having a tough time.
For redemption on this one.
See, it's not an easy A-frame.
No.
I don't even skate it too much because it is a big A-frame.
Yeah.
You know, George usually does these tricks in every contest, every go. Back 270 lip is pretty much a go-to trick. But here, I'm telling you, it is a long grind or slide when he hit that rail.
But we're making the best of it out here.
So he's probably gonna stick to the first score as well, 66.30. That's gonna be George's score. We're looking at Dave Baczynski talking to Dan Leon. Dan Leon dancing in the park, like always, having a good time. And Xander Gabriel out there yesterday on the bubble, finishing 9th, unfortunately not making that cut. And George's score is in with a 54.76. He's gonna stay in 3rd place. Currently sitting in 4th, Matias Del Olio, our Argentinian professional skateboarder, Mar del Plata, South America. Matias is in 1 minute on the clock. And time starts right now with a frontside feeble on the bump to bar. Coming back fakie with a half cab, no slide, 270 out.
Oh, beautiful.
A little sketchy landing, but besides that, perfectly done. Front blunt in the quarter pipe. Coming for the back 270 lip, getting it done. 42 seconds to go for Matias. This is what we want to see. Going for the hubba with a nollie, no slide. Quick turn. Coming back for the hip with a back 270. 27 seconds to go, 6 tricks. All done. Coming fakie for the metal hubba. Yes, there we go. Half cab, no slide, nollie, heel out.
Getting this one.
That is a contender so far. 10 seconds left. Time for last 2 quick tricks. Strong pushes, and Matias is doing back 270 lip and 270 out. I wonder if this is a contest. It usually is a contest, Meg, but it does affect your score.
If you slide with the hands down.
It is a, I mean, if you're filming a video part, you could never say yes. That's not a make in the streets. But when you're in a contest and you do this, it is a make. Nobody considers this as a slam, but it doesn't help you.
Yes.
So I wonder if it actually gets your score lower, or if you get a little better. I'm gonna ask the judges. That's actually a good question. Let's watch at the look at a couple of replays. Look at that nollie heel, how perfectly it was done. And that's the last back 270 lip, 270 out. I mean, he stayed on his board.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna be a better score.
So right now, he is currently sitting in 4th place with that score of a 57.53. Score to beat right now is Manny Santiago, 87.7. I don't think he's going to get that, but close enough. 75.10. 2nd place, Matias Del Olio. Wow, nice score pushed in there.
Very fair scores.
And we have our next 4 on the course right now, warming up Risha Turi, Joseph Garbaggio, Keyshaw Johnson, and Benjamin Garcia. Right now, warming up on the skate park street course.
Let's just say it is our top 4 qualifiers from yesterday.
Let's take a highlight look at some of the action from heat number 1.
Big spin heel board slide on the A-frame by Manny Santiago, our current leader. Kickflip frontside 50-50 on the bump to ledge, and then Manny just clowning in the park. We're looking at George Poole in a back 180 nose grind on the A-frame rail. And then, yeah, he's definitely not happy with the result. Dave Baczynski's switch blonde. And then, oh, Matias Del Olio underflip. Under tray. What is that trick called? Under tray? Interesting.
I'm not the
You know what? I
expert,
do the
but
trick. I
yes.
don't do it fakey, I do it regular, but I never thought of the name. It's probably underflip, tray flip, maybe.
Okay.
Wow. Whoever knows the name, can you please comment and let me know what the name of the trick is so I get it right next time? Sorry for being a little dumb.
Jim, one of our production crew, running across the course there, making sure our cameramen are in place for the 2nd and last heat out here for the FIS Battle of the Champions Skateboard Street Pro Finals. That's Risha Turi right now, one of your best homies, traveling around the globe with him.
Yep, the real FIS champion of 2018. Our current defending champion of the FIS overall 2018 series. Richard Ture, Košice, Slovakia. Risho is in the park, starting it off with a big spin board slide, taking some strong pushes to get speed coming back for the down rail. We hopefully gonna see a kickflip front board. 50 seconds to go for Risho. Coming back for the hubba, concrete hubba on the side with a back 180 nose grind. Not stepping off the board, coming for the hip with a nollie heel flip. That's a whole new Richard. Yesterday he was struggling with a big spin board slide, but not today. Risho knows what needs to be done. Hopefully he puts it together. Coming back for the hubba. Kickflip backside 5-0. There we go. 25 seconds on the clock. It's 20 seconds to go for Risho.
Risha was coming off a big elbow injury from last year.
Setting up for a heel flip. No slide down the big hubba. That is what we want to see. 10 seconds to go. Risho, stay on your board. 6 seconds to go. And that is gonna be it. 3 seconds to go. Time for the last trick on the buzzer. A backside 50-50 to close it out. Okay, I like that. Oh, that is going to challenge Manny's score. 87.7, our current leader, Manny Santiago.
Matias Del Olio as well in that second place position with a 75-10.
This is going to be better than that, for sure.
Okay, you've heard it here.
Oh, it for sure has to be. It's flip-ins every trick. It's difficult tricks. It's very similar to Manny's round.
Thomas, I give you the credit. You're very accurate with your score predictions.
It should beat Manny's score. Honestly, looking at the tricks, the same amount of flip-ins, but more tricks done. And better use of the park. It's gonna be similar, but that is just my opinion. I'm not the judge here.
Exactly.
I'm gonna respect
So,
any score.
When it comes in, we'll just have to wait and see. This is a biased opinion, let's say, but it may rival it. Richard Turi coming in,
Very
not
close.
going to beat it, but very close. Two riders now well into the 80s. Richard Turi making it into second place with an 84.93 right there and putting the pressure all on this man. Joseph Garbaggio from France, defending or previous champion of the FIS World Series and of many stops on the FIS, can definitely get it done under pressure. Let's see what he has in his first run. We have said time and time again how fast his riding style is.
He's just squeezing so many tricks. How many already? 7? And that's 40 seconds to go. Joseph is killing this part. He won Jeddah last year, so he is very qualified to win.
Nice kick
Backside,
with the Indy
yep,
there.
backside kickflip in the quarter pipe. Frontside nose grind down the hubba. 27 seconds to go. Joseph is coming for the front 270 over the hip. Trying to get over the A-frame real quick.
Pushing it in, 17 seconds left.
And back 270
Whoa,
lip.
holds
with
it.
a little sketchy landing, but still holding on to his board. 9 seconds to go.
So
and
many tricks he's gotten off.
It all comes down to this. 5 seconds to go. And Joseph is going for a nose blast. Oh, wow.
Contest make?
Another contest make. It's going to affect the score, but wow. What a
I
round.
love that nose blunt though.
Man. That hubba is no joke for nose blunts.
This is something that is difficult to see while viewing on TV. Just the girth of some of these obstacles, A-frame in particular, and as well that hubba. It's insane.
I like to see the difference between the runs. It's like original. You see Manny going slow, doing extremely difficult tricks. Then you see Joseph going real fast, doing 15 tricks in 1 minute, and then he can do tricks like frontside nose grind on the hubba ledge, which Manny would never do because it's too simple. But it's not simple in the way Joseph does it, because he does 3 tricks right before he hits that hubba. You gotta be a skater to understand.
Yes.
Like, this is not less difficult tricks. This is just different usage of the part. That's what makes skateboarding beautiful. You can have so many ways of expressing yourself.
And right now we are going to have to see how the judges are going to express themselves on the points board right now. Joseph Garbaggio, he's waiting, biting his nails to see if he can beat that rivaling score of Manny Santiago from LA, the 87.7 set on his first run. Like, coming out of the gate, the first rider to drop, last qualifier from yesterday, making it into the finals here and puts a huge score on the board. We knew that was going to be one to watch. Let's see how Joseph does right here. That was an incredible run, but as you said, 2 completely different skating styles. One from Manny Santiago, let's say, can resemble Richard Turi as well, kind of in the style that you're getting. Here we go. Scores coming in, though. Joseph Garbaggio, third place there, an 83.63. In my opinion, I guess that means he's going to have to clean up some of the runs. We can't have a contest make in any of these competitions out here with the top tier champions.
Oh, you want to beat one of the best skateboarders in the world? You gotta do your run perfectly. And speaking of that, Keyshawn Johnson is very capable of doing that. Look at the power.
Another skater who just shreds around the park and gets so many tricks off, like we just saw Joseph Garbaggio, but as well, he tackles some things like that A-frame right there, going up that with the Smith grind.
That is just crazy. Look at the speed, the height, the vibe he's bringing. I'm a huge fan of Keyshawn's skating. You know what? Keyshot is your favorite skater's favorite skater.
Yes.
He's that type of guy.
It's
Backflip on the
it's super
A-frame.
fun watching him skate, and he always finds something on course that he wants to really do a big trick on. Let's see where he is going for the rest of this run.
He never steps back. He never slows down. He never downgrades his tricks. He goes all for broke. You saw him last year in Edmonton, Hiroshima, everywhere, doing the huge gaps to lip slides.
It's going to be last trick right here.
Yes, Keyshot! That's what we want to see.
Nice solid run
Perfect
right
back three.
into the buzzer.
Man,
Huge
look
run.
at that smile.
Huge run so far coming out of heat number 2.
That was really good. Let's look at the replays. I'm very excited now. A frontside nose grind to start it off. Then this powerful front Smith. Then a feeble grind pop out on the way up across the A-frame. Kickflip across the A-frame gap. Then the backside lip slide on the A-frame rail. This super dipped front feeble down the big rail. And a close-up look at Keyshot. This is gonna crack the top 3 for sure. I'm gonna say second round.
So right now, if you have just tuned
85.
in, we are currently sitting with our 3 top skaters in the 80s. Manny Santiago from LA with an 87.7. That is the score to beat. Second place, Richard Tur with an 84.93. And Joseph Garbaggio right close behind Richard there with an 83.63. Keyshot Johnson just skated our third athlete in the second heat right now. Had an incredible first run, and we're waiting to see his score on deck right there.
But we are
Now Benjamin
looking at the Keyshot score, but Benji is already in the park.
I think maybe
Then a
Benji
tray
is just...
flip up the gap.
Is he warming up?
I don't think he's warming up. It's actually his round.
Yeah, Ben looks to me like Benji is. Yeah, we are into
fakie.
We are into
for
Benji
full
Gus.
cap backlip. Oh, missing that. So 54 seconds to go for Benji.
Benjamin Garcia, our first place qualifier from yesterday's qualification. Whoa!
Another very powerful skateboarder coming from France, professional skater, just started skating for a million skateboards. Setting up for the tray flip 50-50 down the concrete hub on the side of the park. 14 seconds to go for Benji. Backside biggie over the hip, and it's gonna be time for the last trick for Benji. I saw him practicing a back 3. Hopefully he's gonna do that. It's a huge gap. Oh, there we go. Back 3 down the gap.
Huge. So there was a couple mix-ups that we were not able to catch, or maybe we just caught the tail end of it as we got that first run on screen from Benjamin Garcia. But as well, in the meantime, we had Keyshot Johnson's score come in. He's now sitting in third place with an 84.50. So only a few milliseconds of a point behind Richard Turi. Those top 4 right now are sitting well into the 80s. It's going to be interesting to see how they score our first place qualifier, Benjamin Garcia.
Considering he had one slam in the middle of his round, that shouldn't affect his score that bad. So probably say somewhere around Matthias Del Olio's 75.10.
It is.
Let's wait for the score.
It is a hard one out there, making sure that the athletes are basically having flawless runs to step up with Manny Santiago's run. Just incredible skating as well. I'm just very blown away from the Cali boy coming out and just putting the power down out of the gate. Really setting the bar for all these.
Puerto Rico in the Olympic Games. He's actually dual citizen of Puerto Rico and the United States, and he decided to represent Puerto Rico. He's straight from here, flying back home to Los Angeles for a couple hours, boarding another plane, going to Puerto Rico for an Olympic qualifier they're running there.
Wow.
That's travel life. And score is in 81.90, 5th place. I was guessing it's going to be somewhere around Matthias. So just pushing Matthias Del Olio down to 6th. And we're going to go back to the top of the order. Currently sitting in 2nd, Richard Ture is in the park with a big spin board slide on the A-frame.
You know Richard better than anyone else out here. What do you think he has in the bag of...
I was going to say kickflip backflip just before I said that. So yeah, it's not gonna beat his score now. but he's probably just gonna do a show for the spectators and for all of you guys watching. Just want to say hi to everyone in Košice watching. Our boy currently sitting in second, which is a really good spot to be. 26 seconds to go for Risho, setting up for a heel flip, no slide down the metal hubba, and not putting it together. You know what, at this point you already know there's nothing to worry about. Your score's not gonna beat your first score, so you can just go and have a good time. Probably try some good tricks, like the heel flip, no slide biggie. He usually wins best tricks with this one. Wherever he goes, he just throws this one in, boom, best trick. Now he does it in a contest round. Wow, that's the talent we got.
So Risha Turi coming out here and doing his best for the Battle of the Champions. He's still doing very well, sitting in that second place, but knows he's not going to be able to improve with this run score. Here you see mix up with that heel flip.
Kickflip, backlip. That was, I feel like he was kickflipping his board. But imagine being in Manny's shoes now. How he wishes the best to all his homies, and he's good friends with Richard. But he's sitting there, and he's like, this guy is challenging my score. Currently sitting in second, he has what it takes to beat me. And then you see he couldn't put it together. And you're like, so much pressure out of my shoulders.
Yes.
But still, really good spot to be. Risho sitting in second with the 84.93. Next rider up, defending champion from Jeddah 2018, Joseph Garbaggio. 1 minute starting right now with the tray flip up the gap. Setting up and coming down the gap. Getting speed for a backsmith on the bump to bar, back D in the quarter pipe, crooked grind into the bank, big backside air over the hip, backside 50-50 to get in the big quarter pipe, taking some strong pushes, and getting the backside kickflip in there, back 180, 50-50, on the hubba, coming for the hip, the front 2-7 a little sketchy, but still putting it together. He's gonna go back for the A-frame, back to 7 a lip, getting it done clean this time. 12 seconds to go for Joseph. Oh man. 5, 4, that's probably gonna be it. And time is right now. Damn. Man, that is so disappointing.
Oh, and he
That is
stomps
so
it this
disappointing to see this happen. He's probably like, why did this happen? It went so well for Joseph. Tray flip up the Euro gap. Beautiful backsmith on the bump to bar. And then he stepped it up here instead of the nose grind. He did back 180, 50-50. And a perfect back 270 lip on the A-frame rail. And then missed his board on the way up the quarter pipe. And lost the couple seconds that he needed for the nose blunt. Which he did after time. Perfect.
That's a huge upset for any athlete. Just those little mix-ups, like we saw George Poole yesterday on a push going down hard. Here we see Joseph just running up, and there you go. His first run score is going to be the one that sticks, 83.63. He would have definitely improved with this second run.
Sure.
As we saw after buzzer as well, did the nose blunt down that hubba perfect with no bobble at all on the landing. So a huge upset for the young French skater there.
And last 2 riders on the deck. Qualified first and second yesterday, respectively, Keyshawn Johnson and Benjamin Garcia. Speaking of Keyshawn Johnson, all eyes on this guy, coming from Long Beach, California, currently ranked 3rd with the 84.50. And Keyshawn's time, 1 minute on the clock, starting with this frontside nose grind on the bump to bar. Backside 50-50 to turn around, front smith. Oh, and just like that, that is it. Currently sitting in 3rd, that's where he is going to stay, unless something really crazy happens now. Frontside smith grind into the bank. A frontside air, super tweaked over the hip. 37 seconds. Oh, feeble grind up, not getting it this time.
Come on, Keisha, just give us something entertaining. There's
Always
nowhere to
has-
rush now.
Always has something on the course.
Oh, okay, that's it. No, there, he's not rushing. He's like, yeah, I'm good, man. He's probably gonna do a switch from feeble. Let me just say switch from feeble down the rail. Yes, that's gonna be the switch from feeble, I'm telling you. There we go. Wow, I knew he was gonna go for it because it doesn't matter now. He can just, if he did that, that's a really big trick, man. Damn it. Hopefully we're gonna see that in the best trick though.
Keisha, man.
I mean, he's hyped. He's making good money here now. Everything paid. You're in a new country with all your friends. We're going to film in Dubai right after.
You guys are going to Dubai
Saudi.
after?
Yeah, we're going to Dubai for a week.
Oh, amazing. Life of a professional athlete.
It's tough.
It's tough.
It sounds
The travel-
like fun,
the
but we're
travel-
going
the
to
tra-
work.
travel
It's
is-
not like we're going and gonna be chilling on the beach.
The travel is really grueling, really. People don't understand that.
Yeah.
So
And that's not a joke. Just it's
no,
not
that's
tackles.
travel is horrible. Coming from someone who traveled over 300 days last year, I am just trying to cut it.
Did you do over 300?
Yeah, like 305 or something.
Oh, wow. And I thought I travel a lot. I
Yeah.
don't. 300 plus.
Well, 305 away from home. But anyways,
that means traveling.
yeah. So Benjamin Garcia right here, heat number 2, your first place qualifier from yesterday's event. Out here, the last skater on course.
Currently sitting outside of the top 3 in 5th place. Benji Garcia wants to get in the top 3. Started it with a gap to back tail, tray flip up the Euro gap. So far 2 tricks in the first 15 seconds. Benji is back in the park, full speed. Front blunt on the bump to bar. Coming fakie. Whoa! Full cap back clip on the hubba on the way down. 32 seconds to go for Benji. He didn't do the big spin disaster. Ollie late shove it over the gap, and Benji has 23 seconds to go. It's coming to the tray flip 50-50. And he's doing it this time. Perfect. 13 seconds to go for Benji. Back biggie over the hip, and that's 8 seconds to go for Benjamin Garcia. 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's gonna be time right there. So this is just for the audience and missing the tray flip. It was a perfect run. He couldn't do it on time, so it's probably not gonna crack the top 3, but it could be a score improvement. Currently sitting in 5th with 81.90. We got Joseph Garbaggio with 83.63 and Keisha Johnson with 84.50. Then sitting in 2nd, Richard Toure with 84.93, and our winner, I can say it right now, our winner, Manny Santiago, 87.7, coming, the bubble boy, coming from 8th place yesterday, all the way to win the contest here.
Benjamin Garcia actually waiting to see if he's able to rival Manny Santiago. You called it already on screen.
I know I haven't seen much ice in this country, but
We're waiting to see some of the judges putting those scores in right now. And the scores coming in, it's not going to be good enough. It's good enough for 5th place. Benjamin Garcia goes in with an 82.80. So that means officially we are going to have the winner, Manny Santiago. There we go. Look at those incredible stats right there. Manny Santiago pushing it in first. Richard Toure, Keisha Johnson in 3rd place there. Joseph Garbaggio, Benjamin Garcia, Matias Del Olio, David Buczynski, and George Boole. Thanks so much for tuning in for this incredible FIS Battle of the Champions Skateboard Pro Finals. I'm Ryan Meyer. This is Thomas Winter. See you next time.